What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the HFD Footy Podcast, the best podcast, best footy podcast in the land. Far out, man. It's been a while. It's been a while, fellas. Far out. I've missed you guys. What's been happening? Don't all talk
footy,
at once.
No footy. That's crazy.
No footy.
We've all gone into our shadows, mate. We haven't come out of our houses since the grand final. So
yeah, it's been sad. No footy. It's already started on TikTok. Port are done now. There we go. All right, they're already attacking me. I haven't got the... Oh, do you see? When I'm rushed, I don't have the chat up. So hold on, guys. Let me just bring the chat up. Because I'm a bit unorganised tonight. But, boys, kicking it off. How are you, man?
I'm good. Welcome everybody. Welcome back. And g'day to everybody in the chat. On YouTube. Toby, Ree, and Loon Bottle's in. Let's see how long Loon Bottle can last for. So that'll be good. And Mikey is there. So g'day everybody, and g'day to everybody on TikTok.
There we go. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I'm not sure if my chat is working on the screen. If it's not, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure why it's not working. I'll try to fix it later. But anyway, guys, J-Crom, how are you, man? You haven't been on the show for ages. What happened to you?
Oh, I was enjoying the finals. Working a lot, and I'm happy a non-Victorian team won the GF. So but happy that the season's over and looking forward to next year.
Yeah. Cool. No worries. Well, guys, we are here because we're going to talk about the trade. Massive 2-week trade that just happened. Now, we would have liked to get this show done earlier in the week last week because obviously the trade finished last Wednesday. But because we got commitments and stuff, we haven't had the time to do it. So tonight is the only night we're doing it. So welcome in. We're going to talk about the trade. We're going to talk about every single trade that happened, and then we're going to rate each club A, B, C, D, and F as the worst. So we'll go around, and after that, that's it. And then, so Johnny looks so upset. Why do you look upset, Johnny?
No.
That's
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Just a Sanger said that. Is that Sad Sandwich? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Sandwich.
Sad Sandwich.
You changed your name, Sad Sandwich. What's going on?
You did. Don't at me. How are ya? All right. All right, let's go through it, guys. So I've got the web access. So if you're on TikTok, come over to YouTube. We will be going through each trade, and you'll be able to see it better. So, but before we go, make sure you like, share, subscribe if you are brand new, guys. All right, web access. Here we go. Okay. So we're gonna go. We're gonna interact with this. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Let's go to the beginning, guys. Let's go to the beginning. Because it feels like a long time. Houston is wild. We'll get to Houston. Don't you worry about that. All right. So, first trade was the free agency started, I think, the Friday before. First one off the ranks was Gold Coast Sun receives Elliot Himmelberg from the Adelaide Crows, but the Crows don't get any free agency compensation. I'm not sure why that is, but there you go, guys. Elliot Himmelberg, J-Crom, I'll go to you. Are you happy with this one?
Well, the reason why there's no compensation because it's crap, and he's on low money. So when you offer a player $200K to play for him, you're not going to get
$200K, really?
I'm happy to handball Elliot Himmelberg and say, see you later, mate, and good luck.
Well, he's going to the Suns. Is he going to get a game there? I don't know.
I reckon he will.
You reckon?
With the departure of Levi Casbolt, I think they need another tall forward because if Sam Day gets injured, it can't just be Ben King by himself. So I reckon he'll get games.
Yeah.
Kessenberg's perfect.
Kessenberg. I like that. Chris Coyne, how are you, my friend? How are you? And Nathan, hello, Nathan. How are you, man? All right, next one. That was on October 4th, by the way, if you guys are reading. All right, the next one.
We are reading.
This was the next one. Yeah, I am reading. I'm just letting you guys know. October 4th, Battle of the Hawk. Saints get Compo. Josh Battle. The Hawks receive Josh Battle. This one surprised me. St Kilda got round 1 compensation pick, currently number 8. That's a huge number, like to get number 8 for Josh Battle. Is he that good? I didn't think he was as good as a pick 8, but I mean, I think maybe because of his contract. But yeah, pick 8's crazy. But he's gonna definitely help Hawthorn in the back line. Obviously, Barras is there too. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I heard this in the off season. In the season just before the season's finished that he was going to go there. So, King of the North, what do you think of this one, man? You love the Hawks.
One. Just strengthen the Hawks a little bit better, build a bit more for next season. So yeah, good pickup.
Yeah, he's a good defender. Johnny Carlton, what do you reckon, man? This is always going to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was always going to happen. I think both teams win this. St Kilda obviously win it of getting pick 8. Very, very high compensation. I didn't think that was going to happen, but Hawthorn wanted their man, and they've got it. So a boost in the defence with Sicily and obviously Barras, but we'll talk about that later. But Hawthorn wanted their man. St Kilda got an amazing pick 8, so both teams won that trade. So no discussions there.
J-Crom, what do you reckon, man? Would you like Josh Battle with the Crows?
Yeah, I like him, but yeah, the compensation's the big story here. Pick 8 for him, I think, is a bit high. You know what I mean? Like, he's not. I don't think he's worth pick 8. When you look at Houston, what do you guys get? Pick 12 or 13, and Houston's a better player than Battle. But he is a key position, I guess. But pick 8, Saints compensated really well.
Yeah, 100%. I think that was. I think it has to do with the length of contract they give him. I guess I don't know what it is, but but that's pick 8. I mean, in a super draft, the Saints. Yeah, I think the Saints are going to should get a good player there. So, King Kerno, how are you, man? I think that's Peter. I think is that Peter, Johnny Carlton. I don't know.
I don't know. That guy changes his name every 5 seconds. I don't know what it is. I can't keep up.
Jeez. I think he was. He loved North Melbourne or something. He was trying to give Musa shit. So that was pretty funny. Yes, it is. All right, let's go next one, guys. This is the one that really hurt me because I thought this guy was going to make a move to Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide were scouting this guy for like the last 2 years, and then Collingwood, as they do, swoop in and go, here you go, come play at your school, at your home, the team that you supported all your life, like growing up. So I'm talking about Perriman. So Harry Perriman, Collingwood receives him. They get a round 1 compensation pick of number 16. So still pretty good pick there for GWS. But I rate Perriman. I think he's a good player, and I was pretty sour when he went to Collingwood. I mean, I'm over it now, but because it was a while ago now. But it's going to help Collingwood in that. He wants to. Another thing he wanted to do was play more midfield minutes. Now, I'm not sure if Collingwood's going to give him lots of minutes in the midfield, because I knew if he came to Port, he wouldn't have played much in the midfield. So it's going to be interesting where they play him. But he can go midfield. I know that he wants to play midfield, but he played a lot of the time in the half back line. So good get for Collingwood. But it hurts that he went there. So King of the North, what do you think of this one, man?
Yeah, good pickup. And Collingwood got a couple of good ones. So they are chasing, I reckon they're chasing a premiership for 2025. So, he'll do well.
There you go. J-Crom, what do you reckon, man?
I think Perriman's a good player, very versatile. I'm not sure his contract. Was it rumours that he's getting about $1 million a year? But
I think 800,000 maybe.
800,000. Well, look, I think it's a win-win for both clubs. GWS get the first rounder out of it. But I do rate Perriman, but he's not a star, but he's a very good, versatile player.
Yeah, and the contract, it's 800,000 is a lot to pay, but he's a good player, as you said, versatile, and will make them a better side. So Pies are going in for a premiership in the next 2 years, so fits that role. Johnny Carlton, what do you reckon, man?
Look, it was funny at the start of the before the trade. He was they were saying that he was going to head back to SA. Either Port and Adelaide were both looking at him. So, but then his boyhood club came around and they wanted him as well. And I think he made his choice when Collingwood came calling. So he wanted to return back to Victoria. Collingwood wanted him, and they got him. I reckon he'll play midfield minutes in that Collingwood team. I think he'll slot right in. He could be a handy pickup. But as I said, what J-Crom said, got a first rounder. Both teams won that trade, so don't see both teams being upset about that. But
I agree. Nathan in TikTok is saying he's going to replace Pendle's role when he leaves, and he's contracted for $850,000 for 7 years. So it's a long contract, very long contract on big money. So good on him. He's not a bad player. Is he worth 850? I don't know, but the 850 is going to be nothing soon, man, in the AFL. So
salaries have gone up big time in AFL.
Salaries have gone up, bro. So Chris Coyne saying Tim Membry going to Collingwood as well. I reckon, that's one that's happening maybe. So, all right, next, D's grab ruck backup. So this one's Melbourne received Tom Campbell. St Kilda received a no free agency compensation pick. I don't even know who Tom Campbell is. Obviously a ruckman to support Gawn. Obviously they're pretty low on rucks. I'm not sure how good this guy is. I've never seen him play. So you guys got any mail on this guy? King? Or Johnny Carlton?
Third club for him. Played for North Melbourne and St Kilda. Didn't get a lot of games in both of them. He's all right. He's like that Andrew Phillips type. He just likes to switch clubs. So yeah, third club. I don't see him playing full ruck. I think Gawn's obviously how that spot. I don't see him go over Gawn. But as I said, if Gawn comes an injury, they don't want to rely on Van Rooyen in the ruck. So yeah, good ruckman backup. So got him for free, mate. You love a freebie. So
yeah, because if Gawn goes down, they didn't really have anyone, did they? Not really.
They played Van Rooyen. Ever since Grundy left there, it's just.
Yep. Anyone else got J-Crom or King of the North? You got anything on this guy or?
I don't remember seeing him play much, but yeah, look, get a free backup ruckman. So yeah, why not?
Yep. Matty, Team Cuddle guy, how are ya? Welcome in. If you can't get a game at North, you're struggling. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, but he's going up against Cherry. So Cherry would have been All-Australian this year. I don't know why he wasn't, but
yeah,
as I said.
All right, we move on. All right, this is one that Johnny Carlton's going to like. Nick Haynes comes over to Carlton from GWS. They get no free agency compensation pick. Why is that? I thought he was a top talent. What's going on there, Johnny Carlton?
Injury prone, mate. Only played 7 games the last 2 seasons. He played really good VFL, but when he joined the AFL, when he played in the first side, as I said, he played well, but other people just took his spot, and he just couldn't fit back inside that team. So, wanted a second chance, and came to the Blues and thinks he can play a role back there with besides Wiedering. So yeah, as I said, very intrigued and very excited to see what Haynes brings to the back line. I don't know if he'll start straight away. I think he might need some time in the VFL, but if he can get over his injury prone, he could be a really good player. As I said, former 2-time All-Australian. So yeah, if we can get back to that status, then Carlton picked up a good player. So
is he going to be a starter for you guys?
Nah, as I said, I think he's going to play VFL for a bit. I doubt him unless he has a very good preseason. But I doubt him being. He could make round 1, but we'll see. So,
King of the North, do you like this pickup?
A bit of strength in the back line is very handy. So if he comes into the back line at some stage, then that'll be very helpful.
It's mature. He's a mature age, and we don't have a lot back there. So
yeah. J-Crom, any words on this guy?
Johnny Carlton covered most of it. I remember him a few seasons ago ripping it up, or maybe 4 seasons ago. He was just a gun. But yeah, if you get back to 80% of that play, you got yourself a good player. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Well done to the Blues for getting him, and it'd be interesting to see how he goes. So, all right. Next one. This is one I was upset too because I thought he was going to come to Port Adelaide, but the Crows get their giant, and that is Isaac Cummings or Upcoming. Sorry. So. They do get a compensation for this one. GWS, they get currently pick number 21. So Isaac Cumming, Broken Hill boy, is a bit injury prone, but when he's fit and firing, he's really good. We thought that he was going to come to Port Adelaide. We had our eye on him, and then Adelaide Crows pipped him off us, but it is what it is. He'll be a good addition.
Apparently, I heard he changed his decision because he found out Houston was leaving, so he decided to go to the Crows.
Wouldn't that boost him to want to?
No, apparently.
Really?
Apparently he didn't rate the back line, so he joined Adelaide where he could find a position there. So
well, now I hope he sinks to hell. That's what I hope now. Okay.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. It is what it is. He's a Crow, and look, he's going to be a good addition to their back line. He's a good halfback flanker. not sure. Do the Crows need a halfback flanker with Brody Smith's probably retiring soon, or did he retire? I can't remember.
He won't play even if he is not retired.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Isaac Cumming is a good addition to the Crows, 100%. King of the North, what do you recommend?
The Crows have picked up a couple of good ones, and it's going to strengthen them for 2025. So, yeah, well done to them for this one. And, they've done well with a couple of pickups.
Yeah. J-Crom, are you happy with this one, man? Your team?
I'm really happy. Actually not sure if he starts in our best 18, but I think it's good. It's going to be good depth. We're creating a list now with a lot of squad depth now to cover our injuries, cover that. I know he's had injury problems, but he had a great final series. I was keeping an eye on him, and he looked really good. And he was playing that sort of halfback wing role. So, I can see him playing on the wing more than the halfback for us. But really happy with Isaac joining the club. Yes.
Awesome. All right, and Johnny Carlton.
As I said, J-Crom said it all, but very underrated player. I reckon he'll shine in the Crows jersey. So, yeah, good pickup by the Crows. And as I said, I think GWS will be probably happy with pick 21 as well. So, still classified as the first rounder. So,
yeah, no, this draft is pretty good. Apparently, the top 30 are really good. So, probably get a good player from that. So, no, congratulations to J-Crom, man. You need some good players coming in. Oh, and it just gets worse for me. Just gets worse. Neil Bullen joins the Crows. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but Neil Bullen, whenever he plays Port Adelaide, he just rips us to shreds. It was a game in particular this year. I think it was round 3. I think Johnny Carlton was doing the watch along as well with the King, and it was Melbourne versus Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval, and Neil Bullen tore us to shreds. Absolutely. So him going there is bad for us. Just bad. So not happy. But if you're J-Crom, you would be happy. They got a second round pick, which is currently pick 28, so not too bad. He's aging. I think he's like 29, 30. So I'm not sure what the deal is on.
28.
Oh, he's 28. Sorry, 28. So how many years he signed for?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I
mean,
he's good player.
Two.
2. Okay. Look, they need that kind of player. He's good in that forward line, and he can go in the middle as well. So, good get for the Crows. As much as I hate to say it, King of the North.
Yeah, this is the second good pickup for the Crows, and congratulations, Dam and J-Crom, on picking up these couple of players. So they're very excited. The Crom supporters. So yeah, should be a good addition for next year.
J-Crom, you happy with this one, man? You would be.
Yeah, I am. I think this is our most important one, I reckon. I think he's going to help the half-forward line immensely. I think it's going to help free up a bit of Rankin, a bit of Rochelle. And, he'll go into midfield as well and bring that experience, that winning mentality to our club, obviously a premiership player. And, he seems really eager to come to the Crows. So, really happy he's joined the club and, excited to see him play. And I think, a second rounder is a fair deal. I do.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Currently picked 28, so it's in the top 30. So pretty good. Johnny Carlton, what do you got to say about Neil Bullen, man?
Yeah, man. I like this player. I think. Sorry, he's got a bit of speed. I think he's actually the Lockie Murphy replacement, to be honest. That's what everyone's calling him, the Lockie Murphy replacement. So, as I said, he's going to bring some speed and agility in that forward line. He can play midfield minutes as well. So, as I said, very good pickup by the Crows. I rate this. This was one of the trades I rated this year. So, yeah, as I said, Adelaide did well. And as I said, another boy that turned down Port Adelaide and went to Adelaide. So I'm guessing Adelaide's the number one team in Adelaide at the moment because everyone wants to go there. So
The pride of South Australia, I hear.
yeah,
all,
apparently. So,
yeah, all we get is all we get is Rory Atkins. That's all we get.
I think
I can't wait to see that trade on the screen.
That's going to be awesome. A Rory in Port Adelaide.
I think Neil Bullen saw Rochelle's TikToks this year and said, I want to be a part of him. So, yeah.
Let's go.
If he does the teeth thing, man, oh man, he's gonna hunt him. He better not do the teeth thing, man. All right. Anyway, here's another one. Where's Musa? Hope Musa's in the chat.
G'day, Musa.
Roos get their darling. So Roos get their darling. So I'm talking about Jack Darling from West Coast goes to North Melbourne. West Coast do pick up a compensation, a round 4 pick, which is currently number 67. Yeah, I mean, I like Jack Darling. I think he's a good forward. He's always troubled us every time we've played them, especially in those those 2018, 2019, those years. So he's definitely a good player. I think he'll do well there. He'll help the youngsters in that forward line. Just the leadership. So I think he's on a 2-year deal. And yeah, he's going to play his 300 game. Pretty sure like round 2 or round 3 at North Melbourne. So it's going to be weird because like everyone's going to be clapping him, and it's going to be like, well, he played most of your games at West Coast, so I don't know how that's going to work. But good on him. He gets a lifeline. Could have easily retired, but goes there to help the youngsters. King of the North, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I like Darling. We watched a lot of him when we were over in Perth, and as long as he can stay fit and stay on the field, he'll be a good addition to help the youngsters. That's for sure. So good pickup by North and a bit of strength down there. So well done.
Yep. And J-Crom?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's obvious that Darling's best footy's behind him right now. So, yeah, like you guys said, he's just going to bit of experience in that forward line, help the youngsters. And, I mean, I think that's what North kind of need up for, just a bit of experience.
Yep, 100%. And Johnny Carlton, what do you think of this one, man?
Yeah, I think this is a huge loss for West Coast, to be honest. I think North Melbourne really got the win here. This is going to help distract Larky in that forward line. And I reckon he can help Larky become a real dangerous full forward, like he did with Josh Kennedy back in the prime. I feel like that's the thing he can do. He can distract Larky. He can be another forward option down there. So, yeah, I rate this from North Melbourne, but I don't rate it from West Coast. I think West Coast needed Darling. He had experience in that forward line with all those youngsters. Obviously, if Oscar Allen goes down again, it's just Jake Waterman down there. So I think it's a huge loss for West Coast, but yeah, huge win for North Melbourne. So
yeah, I agree. Team Cuddle Guy goes, Parker will have more impact than Darling in his opinion. Yeah, Parker will be good, but we'll get to Parker. But yeah, but I think Darling will still have a big impact, and it will help the youngsters, man. He'll help like Larky and all those boys that are coming through. So, Curtis is another one. So, the Waterman getting 7 or 8 year deal is going to backfire on West Coast. The new Norton, but worse. Maybe, damn. It's a long time, but I like Waterman. I do like him. Anyway, next one is Jack Graham from the Tigers has moved to the West Coast Eagles. I like Jack. He's not a bad little player. Round 2 conversation pick, number 42. Gives them a bit more experience as well. The Eagles, we just talked about Jack Darling. His experience leaving, but Jack Graham going over there does give him a bit of experience. This guy was going to come to Port Adelaide a few years ago, but that fell through. I do like the way he plays. I reckon decent pickup. They got compensation, pick number 42. So, I mean, yeah, they got him pretty much for nothing, West Coast. So, yeah, it just helps their stocks, I guess. King of the North?
Yeah, good pickup. And I don't know where Richmond go, but yeah, good on them for picking him up, that's for sure.
J-Crom?
Yeah, I think it's an okay pickup. I'm not sure. We'll talk about West Coast's trade period as a whole, but I'm just not a big fan of the direction at all this trade period. But look, he's not a bad player, and they didn't really have to give up for him, so it's not too bad.
And Johnny Carlton?
Yeah, as I said, premiership player, has a bit of experience. West Coast needed that. So, as I said, I only gave up pick 40, somewhere in the pick 40s for him. So, win for West Coast. As I said, Richmond, he had his time. He's a premiership player. Just wants to play now every game. So,
Yep, 100%. All right, next one is... So, Tigers get another first rounder. So, Richmond receives a first-round pick, currently number 20. Brisbane received 2 second-round picks, number 32 and 42, and 2 round picks, currently number 43 and 45. So, yeah, just a pick transfer there, guys. So, don't know. Brisbane, gave them pick 20 and got a few off the back end. So, I think Brisbane are stocking up for like their father, son, and all that kind of stuff. So
just trying to get points for Levi Ashcroft, to be honest.
So look, we won't go too much into that one, but that was the pick. I'll tell you now, the trade period for like the first like pretty much the whole period was pretty boring. It was just pick swaps until the last days. So there's not much here. There's another pick swap. Second round pick, currently 34, and fourth round pick, currently 66, went to the Blues. They receive a fourth round pick, number 73, and a future second round pick tied to Brisbane. So I don't know if you guys use that later on. I'm not sure.
No, we didn't.
No. Okay. So there you go. That's that one. Carlton received... Oh, this is a good one. So Carlton, a first round pick, currently number 14. That's what they got. Carlton got number 14. I remember this one. A future first round pick tied to Carlton and a future second round pick tied to Carlton. So Carlton got pick 14. I think they had pick 12 as well at the time. Is that right, Johnny?
Correct.
Yep. So, and that ties into when they get the pick 3 in a second. We'll talk about that one. So, were you happy with that little trade there, Johnny?
Yeah, as I said, trying to stock up for this year. So, gave away our first 2 for next year. So, obviously, I think the direction is once to go in the draft this year, get a bit of young kids, and then start focusing on depth next year with the players and everything. So, as I said, wanted to focus on this year, and obviously the trade coming up explains it all. So,
Yep. And then the Demons and the Crows swap some picks. A third round pick, which is currently 46. That's what Melbourne received. And the Crows' future third round selection tied to Melbourne. That's what they received. So, not sure why they did that, but J-Crom, anything there to add?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why. Maybe just making mates in the AFL, future deals.
Yeah, all right. And then Deesland pick 9, Dons get points. All right, so a first round pick, currently 9, and a future third round pick tied to Essendon. That's what Melbourne got. And Essendon got 2 second round picks, currently 28 and number 40. Two third round picks, currently 46 and 54. A third round pick, 65, and the future first round pick tied to Melbourne. So they gave up pick 9 for that. Is that what you're telling me?
Now, I like this deal because this kid, the kid that you see on the screen right now, I've played footy with him and his older brother. He is a jet, all right? He is one of a small forward jet, and Essendon are trying everything to get him, and he's going to land. He is an absolute jet. I rate this kid. I've known him since he was young. I reckon he's going to do amazing things in the AFL. I reckon he can be that Charlie Cameron small type of guy. Speed, agility, knows where the goals are. His endurance is crazy. He has ball knowledge. He's an absolute jet, Isaac Kako. Absolute jet.
And what is he going to go pick? What picks is he going to go at? Is he?
He's going to go He's going to go first pick for Essendon. It's going to happen. He's wanted to go to the Bombers. He's nominated Essendon. He's played VFL for them this year. And when he did play VFL for the Bombers, he looked absolute at home. He is a jet, Isaac Kako. So, as I said, played with him when junior level. So, know what the kid's all about. So, yeah, very excited for this kid. So,
Kako, I like the name. Kako. Sounds crazy.
So,
all right.
So did Melbourne give up all those picks for just one first rounder and a future third pick?
Yeah, so Melbourne only have now pick 5 and pick 9, so they gave everything else away just for two first rounds. So they currently have pick 5 and pick 9.
And they've given around their future first round as well.
Yeah, so everything. Yeah, so they've got 5, 9, future second, and a future third. That's all they've got now. So.
Yeah.
Jeez, I feel like Melbourne's given up a fair bit there, but yeah.
Well, I think because the draft this year, like they reckon it's a super draft. That's what they reckon. So that's probably why they've gone that way. But
two picks in the top 10, mate. You'll take that any day.
True.
Yeah.
True. All right, let's move on. Geez, this is the one that I reckon this is the worst trade for West Coast. This is the worst one. Now, we can talk about Port Adelaide's one. That's probably second worst. But this is the worst one for me. Now, it's good for Carlton. I think this is great for Carlton. So, Carlton receives pick number 3. I don't know how they got to 3, and then 2 fourth-round picks, currently 63 and 68. Carlton gives away Matt Owies. So, this is a 3-way deal, guys. A 3-way deal. I should have mentioned that. Carlton gives away Matt Owies, 2 first-round picks, currently 12 and 14, and 4th-round pick, 73. So that's what they give away. Richmond receives pick 14 from Carlton, and that's it. They give away Liam Baker, right? So they give Liam Baker to West Coast. West Coast picks up Liam Baker, Matt Owies, a 1st-round pick 12, a 4th-round pick 73, and obviously West Coast gives away pick 3, 2 4th-round picks, currently 63 and 68. For me, I just think West Coast, with this draft, drafting a gun to go with Harley Reid, that's what I would have done. Pick 3 is like gold to me. Matt Owies was really good this year. Yeah, Liam Baker, he's a good player, but I don't know if I would have done that deal, man. I just do not know if I would have done that. But Carlton get pick 3. They're going to get a gun now. I really want to know what Johnny Carlton thinks they're going to get. But I'm not sure if he's allowed to say it. West Coast, I think they were the losers here. Guys, I'll go to you, King of the North. What do you reckon?
He's kicked 40 goals, so I think he's going to be okay. I'm going to have a favourite player at West Coast now, aren't I? So there we go. But he's a good small forward, so he's going to go okay. If they can get the ball down to the forwards, West Coast, and they can pick up some young juniors out of the waffle, then it could be a good thing. Good pickup for Richmond as well. Good pick number for Richmond as well. So, they're going to rebuild for a couple of years, but they're going to get some really good players coming in. So yeah. But I don't know. West Coast are still going to be in the wilderness for a bit, I think. So, but you never know.
I've talked to J-Crom about this one, and we both agreed that it was silly on the Eagles. But J-Crom, what do you reckon, man?
Yeah, I would like to see the Eagles try and hold their number 3 pick and, get a young star midfielder to put alongside Harvey Reid. But obviously they wanted to get Baker and Owies. So I think the real winners here are Carlton and Richmond, I reckon. Carlton, round 3. This is a premiership window team with pick 3 now. So, yeah, good on the Blues. They've done really well in this 3-way trade. And, West Coast, I just don't know the direction. Bit of a mess. But, good on Carlton and Richmond here.
Yeah, I think Carlton are the big winners in that one. And Richmond, 14 for Baker. That's pretty good. Johnny Carlton, what do you think of this one, man? You're a Carlton supporter. How did you feel, man? Are you happy with the pick 3?
Well, YouTube and TikTok, I have not spoken about football in a very long time, and here's my first thought. First, I'm going to start with Richmond. I think pick 12 for Liam Baker is a perfect deal. I think Liam Baker is worth a pick in the 15. So they're basically getting something back for Liam Baker, which I thought they did well there at Richmond. So another top 15 draft pick. As I said, we've already spoken about the draft. It's going to be insane. So I thought Richmond did really well there. Look, I think the direction West Coast is heading, I think they want experience and they want players. I don't think they want to go back to the draft again. They have a lot of young depth, and I think they just need that experienced players. Obviously, Darling going, it was one of the experience. Gaff retired as well. So they need a bit of experience in there, and their coach I think that you're going to have a new coach, and I think you just can't have him with the new young generation. It's like Clarko. It doesn't work. It's going to take time. So they needed mature players. I think that's the only reason they did it. Matty Owies. Look, I called him a banana this year, but I regret it. I really regret it. I'm going to miss Owies. He is a special player. His passion for a club is out real. Every time he kicked a goal, you could see the jump bar thrown. You could see the celebrations were wild. He revs up a team, and he knows how to rev up a crowd as well. So I think he's going to rev up Optus Stadium pretty well. As I said, it's Nick Austin, mate. He knows how to cook. We call him Stone Cold Steve Austin. He just knows how to get things done, I would have never thought pick 3 was ever going to be in Carlton's hands. But he did wonders, Nick Austin. And I don't trust a lot of people at Carlton, but one person I really trust is him. So, yeah, I trust Nick Austin with all my heart. He's done nothing wrong in the last couple of seasons. And, yeah, well, pick 3. I was at the start. I was a bit upset, but I clearly they want to know what they're doing this year. They want to go an extra young gun in the midfield. A lot of speed. A midfielder that knows where the goals are as well to help out Al. But yeah, as I said, can't believe it. Carlton pick 3. Who would have thought?
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, what? Crazy.
He knows how to cook, mate. He knows how to cook.
Anyway, we'll see what happens with that one. But interesting stuff.
The top 5 draft picks this year, like having the number 1 draft pick in normal years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna get a gun, bro. You're gonna get a gun.
Yeah, I think I know who it is, but I'll keep my mouth shut until.
We want exclusive information now.
There's 2 names I can tell you. There's a kid called Sid Draper. Adelaide's looking at him as well. Look, the thing is, I think there's going to be movement in the next couple of weeks. I think North Melbourne are going to get rid of pick 2.
For who? For what?
I think they're going to make a deal with either St Kilda or Adelaide. I could see Adelaide or St Kilda moving up the draft order. I just reckon Adelaide just needs Sid Draper. They've always wanted Sid Draper, and I just think Adelaide are going to try everything for him. He's an SA boy, and they don't want him to leave. They don't want him to go to Melbourne. I think they're going to try everything to keep him. The other name His name's Finn O'Sullivan, which is I like the kid. He's very exciting. But yeah, I don't want to tell you who I think it is, but it's either down to them two. I'll be very surprised if we don't get either. Because obviously, pick one, Jager Smith, he's going to Richmond. That's always going to happen. Jager Smith's obviously the best out of the lot, so he's definitely going to Richmond. But I reckon there's going to be a lot of trade in the draft order in the next week or so. So watch out for that. But yeah, either Sid Draper or Finn Sullivan. So
interesting. Okay. All right, next one, guys. Lions trade up the order. So Brisbane Lions receive second round pick, currently 27. St Kilda receive a second round pick, 32, and a third round, currently 45. So I'm guessing they're doing that for points. That's the only thing I could think of for St Kilda.
Yeah.
So
points. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, here we go. Didn't really want to do this one, but here we go.
Wow.
Oh, all right. This is probably the trade, like the biggest trade they had. A lot of things happened in this one, but all right. Port Adelaide in a three-way trade with Collingwood and the Suns. Now, Jack Lycosius, Joe Richards. I can't believe I'm going to say this name. Rory Atkins.
Rory. Go the Rory.
Plus we got a first round pick, number 13, 2 second round picks, 29 and 36, and a third round pick, which is currently 50. So that's what Port Adelaide got. We give away probably arguably the best halfback flanker in the league, Dan Houston, a first future round pick, and also a second round pick and a third round pick as well, 39 and 58. Collingwood get Dan Houston and a third round pick, 58. So they got Dan Houston and pick 58 from us. Collingwood give away Joe Richards, John Noble, a first round pick, and a second round pick. So Gold Coast received John Noble, a first round pick tied to Collingwood, a first round pick tied to Port Adelaide, and a second round pick, currently 39. And they give away Jack Lycosius. I'm going to say the name again. Rory Atkins. Unbelievable. A first round pick 13, a second round pick 29, and a third round pick number 50. Boys. Now, this deal was nearly done the night before. So this happened on October the 15th. So on the 14th, the night before, they were like, yep, this deal was happening. Port Adelaide pulled out. Every Port supporter was, oh, thank God they didn't do that deal. All right. And then the next day, the same deal comes up and they took it. Now, I look at it two ways. Like, yeah, we lost Dan Houston. I know it sucks, man. I was so upset when we lost Dan. But he wants to leave. What could we do? The guy wants to leave. Do you keep? I tell the Port supporters, do you want to keep a guy that doesn't want to be there? Like the guy, he was on radio the other day and he was talking about how he was thinking about going all year. And the thing is, we put him into our leadership group. You know what I mean? So, when you hear stuff like that, it's like I feel better now that he said that because now it's got closure for me. But when it happened, I was really upset. We give Collingwood, who's a contender, you make them stronger. You know what I mean? Now, if we didn't give Dan Houston away, there's no way we would have gone into the draft. So they really wanted to get into the draft, and this is the way they're going to go. Now, the club did say they wanted two first round picks for him. But the problem is, guys, the teams that we were dealing with didn't have those picks. Collingwood didn't have those picks to give, right? Carlton didn't want Dan Houston at the end. Even though in the radio, he did say that that's where he wanted to go if they had a deal. That's where he wanted to play for Vossi, right? But because they didn't have what Port wanted, he had to go to Collingwood. So Collingwood just didn't have those picks. So Port Adelaide either don't go into this year's draft, which they really wanted to, or they keep Dan Houston, and then next year, if they get rid of him, they go into a more compromised draft that, doesn't have as much as this year. So, it would have been really hard for them. I heard Gold Coast was like, they were going, I'm gonna give that pick 13 to someone else. So that kind of, they just caved. So look, it wasn't the best deal, and I can't believe Rory Atkins is a Port Adelaide player. I grew up hating the guy. Like, he used to rev the crowd up so much. He was like a Rochelle. You know how Rochelle does the teeth thing? He used to do the whole like this, and it's like, bro. And now he's a Port Adelaide player. Like, I don't know. I've heard that. I heard Scott Camporelli speak about him on the radio and says he's such a good bloke and he's really good with his thing. But today we got rid of Frankie Evans, Narkle, Cleary to bring in. Got rid of them and to just bring another guy that's going to be just playing SANFL. Like, I just don't get it. So. I just don't understand the Rory Atkins thing because, you already had guys there that were doing what he's going to do. So, I'm happy with Joe Richards. Joe Richards, not proven yet, obviously, but a lot of the Collingwood people rate him highly. So, I'm really happy with that. And Lukosius, he hasn't given us his best. But he's an elite kick. Obviously, his defensive pressure is not the best, but I think he would really help us in the forward line. Now Dixon's gone. He's not a like for Dixon, but I'm happy we got him. But it is what it is, guys. We have to just move on. Port Adelaide fans, you all have to move on. Stop being upset about it. It is what it is, and the problem is you don't know until further down the track if it was the right move or not. So, yeah, Dan, we'll miss you, man. Definitely gonna miss Dan. And I was upset that he left, but it is what it is. Good luck to him. And that's all I can say, guys. That's all I can say. King of the North.
Well, I'm looking forward to Port Adelaide making another prelim and Rory Atkins kicking the winning goal to get him into a grand final, and Chris C just loving Rory Atkins.
Hey, I'll kiss his feet. I'll have posters of him all over my bedroom if he did that.
Oh, I look forward to seeing that. That'll be good. No, you got a couple of good ones. You don't necessarily have to buy a whole bunch of guns to have a really good side. There's good sides that performed well this year that had a lot of nobodies in the side. So you haven't picked up some gun players, but you've picked up some players and new players the unknowns. So you'll just have to see how they all gel. I don't think you've done anything for your back line at all. I can't see any strength down there. You've got some help in the forward line now a bit, but you just have to see how they go and how they gel together. So. But yeah, the losses today, even Narkle was okay. So Narkle played some okay games as well this year as well. So, but anyway, they know what they know what they're doing. So let's see. But yeah, good pickup for Collingwood. They want to go for that window, so they're going to do their best to get themselves right up there in the top four this year in 2025. So they've bought big to do that. So yeah, just have to see how the Power go.
Before I get to the other J-Crom and Johnny Carlton, when I saw Dan Houston wearing the Collingwood kit, I felt so sick in my stomach, man. Seeing that, I was like, oh, how disgusting is that? And I was just like, yeah, it just made me feel made me feel gross. So I was upset, man. I was upset, but I'm getting over it. J-Crom, what do you reckon, man?
Yeah, look, it's just can't believe player power has won here. Obviously, Houston was a contracted player. I think he had 3 years to run on his deal. you know, all you got to say is, look, I want to go to Victoria. Look, all right, it's done. Like, it's amazing how player power can happen. Yeah, look, there's no way to look at it, but Port are kind of the losers in this mega trade, just because Port are in a premiership window, and do these players replacing Houston make them a better team? I'd argue no. I think they're a lesser of a team without Houston. Lukosius, yes, is a great kick, but he's a lazy player, and you know you can't really count on him to be a pressured player. And Richards, yes, he's up and coming. He's not the final product, but I have seen some good glimpses of him. And yeah, I don't know how Collingwood pulled this deal off. They've got one of the, I reckon they've got the best player in the trade in Dan Houston at their club. And yeah, they're going for that premiership window. And yeah, I think Gold Coast done all right as well out of this trade. So offloading Rory Atkins, obviously. And yeah, getting some picks in. And obviously bringing Johnny Noble in, who's a pretty good player, but, you know, just maybe a B-grade player. But yeah, Port, I think, would be disappointed in this trade. And I'm just so happy that the Rat has got the Port and is going to revive his career at the Power.
Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. All right, Johnny Carlton, give it to me, man.
Yeah, look, man, I don't know what Port were thinking in this trade. Clearly, they lost this trade big time, even giving up a future first as well. As I said, I think you're now going to rely on Farrell and Burden to carry that half-back line. You know what I mean? And if one of them gets injured, it's trouble. Look, Collingwood fans, let's all admit, everyone would rather go to Carlton than Collingwood. So let's just admit that. You know, obviously he wanted to go to the better team, but we didn't want him. So we didn't want him. So good luck with him. Good luck knowing that he always wanted to go to Carlton. Gold Coast, yeah. Well, mate, what they do? Fucking pick up John Noble, mate. Jack Lukosius gone. Only did well in freaking Darwin, Jack Lukosius. So, as I said, Rory Atkins was never seen in the Gold Coast colours. As I said, Gold Coast was a meh. Collingwood obviously won that trade. Obviously getting the big man in the whole trade period, which was Dan Houston. And, yeah, Port collapsing, mate. Collapsing.
Hey, yeah. Johnny Carlton, should you give a banana of the draft then?
Banana draft.
For me, it's between West Coast and Port.
It is between West Coast and Port.
I agree.
I don't know, mate, but yeah, I haven't thought about it. But as I said, yeah, Port was definitely big loss here. So yeah, can't believe how Collingwood pulled it off, and they didn't even have a first rounder to start with as well, and they've still managed to get Houston, which is crazy. So they obviously won a premiership in the next couple of years, the Pies, and they've got their guys, and yeah, they want to be back up there. So
yeah, 100%. You know, you said about Burton and what was the other player you said? Farrell. Yeah, I think they're going to try that Logan Evans in the back in that role down Houston. I don't think Burton can't play it. Like, he can, but
no,
he's no Houston. There's no one like Houston. So
you can't replace Houston.
No, you can't. You can't, man. So no, I'm not happy with it, but it is what it is. We've got to move on. Yeah. What can I do? But I'm excited for like Lukosius and see what Richards can do. But I wasn't really happy with the delistings today, though. Wasn't happy with the delisting. So
what about Atkins, man?
Just one sec, guys. Sorry, what was that?
You see Roy Atkins in the Port Adelaide jumper today?
No, man, don't talk about it, bro. It makes me feel sick, bro. It makes me feel sick.
I'm going to look it up right now.
He actually looks good.
He doesn't.
Good. Yeah,
Dam said every second word was opportunity in his press conference.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at him now. It's hilarious, bro.
I just don't know what Port were thinking. I just do not know what they were thinking. But obviously they're so desperate to get into this draft, they're willing to trade Houston for it. So that's the only thing I can think of, man. Why they did it? Why would you do it?
Nah,
Why would you do it?
Player power. They caved into player power. That's all it is, bro.
Well, why would you want a player that doesn't want to play for the club?
Well,
So,
they made.
But that's true. But you're saying we had a bad deal, though. You're saying it's a bad deal, then.
It is a bad deal, but there was no other deal that you were going to get. What other deal were you going to get?
Nothing. It was either that or keep him. That was it.
Exactly, but that's the reason. That's why you didn't want to. You didn't want to keep him because why would you want a player? He wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. There was no other option.
So, no, Johnny. So for Port Adelaide, right? For them, that was their best deal. They had no other deal.
Exactly, that was their best deal, and they had to take it. Obviously, as you said, the night before they said no, they gave it again. They were like, "Fuck, we're running out of time. We can't get a better deal. It's what we have to do." And obviously, they tried to get as many players and picks as they could. But as I said, if that was Carlton and a player didn't want to play for my club, see you later, mate. Get out of here. I would even pick you up for a fourth rounder. I'd rather want someone playing for that Guernsey than someone 100%. That just wants to be there and just for the money. You know what I mean?
100%. And you know what? Pick 13 or whatever it's going to be after the academies and all that. I think we still might get a good player out of it. You got to look at the bright side of things. And obviously the back line's going to be tough to replace Houston, but hopefully we can get something good out of Richards and Lukosius. So it is what it is, guys.
You gave up your future first because of coaches?
Yeah, see that? I reckon we should have gave him a future second and then say, we'll pay Rory Atkins. I would have been happy with that. But giving up a future first, that's what hurt, man. That hurt as well.
Well, Lukosius was going around 900 to 1 million as well. That's what they were freaking targeting Lukosius at. They think Lukosius is that top star performer, you know what I mean? So,
Gold Coast are thrilled to get Rory and Jack off their books.
100%.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I think Jack can be a good player. If he's happier at home and he gels better with the team and he gets played in the position he wants to play in, he could be a real asset for us. But he's got to have to fucking prove it, man. If he's getting paid this much, then he's got to have to prove it next year. So we'll see what happens.
He looks like
he is now. All right, next one, guys. Demons poach Lions runner Sharp. So Harry Sharp, first round and a future first third round tied to Brisbane, a third round pick, currently 49, a future third round pick tied to Essendon. You guys want to say anything about this guy? I don't really care about him.
It's just a fringe player. Brisbane going to Melbourne, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brisbane have an elite midfield. He was never going to make that midfield squad, so he wanted to find a club that could find some midfield time in, and just good deal for the kid. Wanted to survive his. I reckon he would have been delisted next year by Brisbane, anyways. But wanted another chance. So
all right. All right. This is another big trade. Freo received Shea Bolton from Richmond. So they got a first round pick, currently number 14, a future first round pick tied to Richmond. Richmond receives a third round, 3 first round picks. So they get number 10, 11, and 18. Jeez. I don't know who the winner there is.
Some good kids.
Richmond are rebuilding, so it's perfect for Richmond. Fremantle will get Shea Bolton. I think both of them, it's a fair deal, I reckon, for both of them, I reckon. So what do you guys reckon, King?
Yep, massive win for Freo. They just need... They've got a really good side, and they sort of fell away at the end of the season. But he'll be a gun for Freo, and Richmond just make picks galore, and the young guns are going to take a couple of years, and they'll be back up the top again.
Yep. J-Crom, what do you reckon, man? Good deal or bad deal?
Yeah, I think it's a good deal. I don't think Fremantle gave up that much. But why have they got number 10, 11, and 18, though? They gave up 14 just from other deals or something, is it?
I think last year they got a few future firsts for this year.
Okay.
And that's why, yeah.
Yeah, no, so basically 14 was the pick from Carlton, which obviously got the Liam Baker deal. And the Freo, the pick 11 and 18 were from Lockie Schultz. They went from Collingwood.
Yeah.
I think one of them's
No, I
from
think it's a
Port.
good-
Yeah, one of them's for Port too. So
Yeah, look, I really like Fremantle's list building at the moment. I think Bolton's going to be great in that forward line for them. And, I think he's going to have a big year. And I think Freo's going to have a big year next year. So I think it's a good deal, really good deal.
do you think Bolton's worth 3 first rounders though?
No,
Maybe not.
Freo didn't give up first 3 rounders, though. It was...
Yeah, they did. They gave up 10, 11, and 18.
How come it says they... Oh, so they... Shea Bolton, and they got a first rounder in 14.
That's what Freo
Okay.
got. That's what Freo got.
So Freo got Shy Bolton in 14, and they gave away 10, 11, and 18.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems a bit steep now, yeah.
They also got.
Bolton's a good player, but wow, that's, yeah. I think Richmond got the better deal there.
Yeah, definitely got the better deal.
Yeah, Richmond did, but I mean Fremantle got their guy, so they want.
Yeah. Look, he's going to be a good player for him, but yeah, it's steep price. Yeah. It is.
Johnny Carlton, we pretty much heard what you said about it. So
Yeah, obviously Richmond. I would think Richmond obviously won this deal. Fucking 3 first rounders is crazy. So as I said, I think I know Bolton is good and he's going to add some speed into that Freo line, but I don't think he's worth 3 first rounders. Like that's crazy.
it's crazy. All right. Next one was Daniel Rioli, 3rd round pick. 3-4 picks, currently number 61, 70, and 76. So that's what Gold Coast received. Richmond, again, receives pick number 6 and a 2nd round pick, number 23. I still think that Richmond wins this one. They get Daniel Rioli, but he's not worth pick 6, man. No way he's worth pick 6 and a 2nd round 23. No way. If Houston was 13 and 29, Rioli's not as good as Houston. I don't care what anyone says. I'm saying Rioli's got premierships behind him, to get me wrong, but he's not like he's a good. He can make magic happen, but defensively he's not as good as Houston. No way. So, and that's what a lot of Port supporters were angry about. But what can you do? They Gold Coast Suns had the picks to do it. You know what I mean? We were dealing with Collingwood and they didn't. King of the North.
Suns have picked up a few good ones. So they should improve 2025, and they've got their coach there. So we'll just have to see whether they do the bigger deal on the retired man, whether that happens or not. So let's see.
J-Crom.
Yeah, look, Chris, you're right. Riol is definitely not worth pick 6, and he's definitely not as good as Houston, but it's a good player for the Suns. It's going to really help them. And Gold Coast don't care about picks, man. It's like they got picks coming out everywhere, Gold Coast. So in the end, it's probably a good deal for both. But definitely not worth pick 6. That's for sure.
Yeah, Johnny Carlton. What do you reckon, man? Who's the winner?
Yeah, look, man, their Gold Coast wanted their half backs, and they got it with Noble and Rioli, man. They wanted their man, and they got it. They wanted a halfback experienced speedster, so they got it, man. And as I said, what J-Crom said, they don't care about picks, man. So they've got picks galore in the next couple of years. So as I said, it might make him a final series. It's as I said, 2 good halfbackmans. They could add some talent. So.
You never know. Dusty might be going there too. Who knows? All
Still
right.
plenty of time for that, mate. Plenty of time for that.
This one happened late, and I know J-Crom was sweating on it, but Adelaide Crows get their man. Peatling joins the Crows. So it was they get James Peatling, a future first round pick, and a future 4th round pick. GWS receives future 2nd round pick tied to Adelaide. So I'm not sure why this took so long, but they got it at the end. I think he's a up and coming player. This year he showed a lot in the games that he played, and I think he's a quick midfielder, exactly what the Crows need in that midfield. So good pickup for the Crows. King of the North.
Yeah. 3 out of 3, J-Crom, for your picks there. So well done. And big strengths to the team for 2025. What is we seem to have seen a lot of Gold Coast Suns players go. Have they got anything coming? The Gold Coast?
You mean
GWS? Sorry, GWS.
There's a deal that's about to come up, but yeah, look, man, they're going into the draft. They already have the talent, man. They just need some youngsters, as I said.
Yeah.
Obviously, Peatling, man, you're not going to get into that midfield with Cornelio Cully and Tom Green and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just
So good on Adelaide for strengthening your side, J-Crom.
Yeah,
and Dam.
and Laz is in there.
And Laz as well. Yeah.
J-Crom, you happy with this one?
Yeah, really happy. I was just shocked, man, because there was about 15 clubs linked to this bloke, and then all of a sudden he nominates the Crows. I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? Like, players actually want to come to the Crows. So, yeah, I think it took a while because Crows were pretty staunch on there. Like, okay, we're only going to offer a future second. And GWS obviously were trying to keep him, actually, trying to get him to re-sign, but he wouldn't have it. And, he is an up-and-coming player. I love his burst from the pack. He's very quick. And, he's had some big moments this year, kicked some big goals for GWS. Yeah. And, really excited about Peatling. And, I'm happy he picked us, and welcome to the Crom.
Yeah, and you got him for nothing too. That's what Laz says. Got him for nothing. It's just future picks. So, easy get. Johnny Carlton, do you think this is a good pick?
Yeah, man. Look, Adelaide definitely won this trade, man. Peatling, his second half of the season for GWS was elite. He's a runner. He knows how to use the ball. He knows where the goals are. What J-Crom was saying. So Adelaide definitely won this deal. They gave up nothing for him. So, absolute steal from the Crows.
Yep. All right. Next one was this all happened like in the last hour of the trade period, by the way, guys. So Caleb Daniel goes to North Melbourne, and Western Bulldogs get pick number 25. I think it's good deal for North Melbourne. I think he's a good handy player. Not sure if he's worth pick 25, but he's got a very accurate kick. Small player, but he's what North Melbourne needs. So. Good on North Melbourne. King of the North.
Another good pickup for North, and 25 is okay as well. Like if you're saying the top 30 is going to be good, then there's another good player coming at 25.
Yeah, and he was he was playing in the twos a lot of the year as well. So or on the bench, so he wasn't getting much of a run at the Bulldogs. So he'll get definitely a run at North Melbourne. So. J-Crom?
Yeah, the Doggies, they were pretty firm of what they wanted for Daniel. So he, I think North paid a little bit over for him. I think 25 is a bit too much for him. But look, he is a handy player. He didn't play much this year at all. That's why I think they paid a little bit over. But look, North got a lot of young talent anyway. So he'll bring a lot of experience to that club. So both teams can see a bit of a win out of this.
Yeah, 100%. And Johnny Carlton.
Yeah, man. Look, Bulldogs won this trade. Pick 25 is going to be better than Daniel, I personally think. So I think Bulldogs won that there. But as I said, it's a win for North Melbourne as well, man. An experienced premiership player. So it's what North Melbourne need, man. They're rebuilding and they need experience, and that's why they got a small speedster. So the Helmet Boys have returned.
Helmet Boys, yeah. Seen that. Seen that. All right, next one. Another North Melbourne one. Luke Parker joins North Melbourne, and also Jacob Constanti. Is that how you say it?
Konstanski.
There you go, Konstanski. So,
Wait for the king to try and call that one in 2025.
Sydney Swans, a 3rd round pick. They got pick 44. Luke Parker. He was in. I think he played in the grand final. So he's going to a new club. He adds a lot of depth and a lot of he's been around for a long time. So his leadership's going to be really important at North Melbourne. And I'm not sure about Jacob, and I haven't really seen the way he plays or what he does. Is he a ruckman?
Nah, he's a young midfielder who hasn't even played a game yet. So
well, there you go. So I think North Melbourne did well there. I mean, they only gave up pick 44, so they got Luke Parker. As I said, he's a veteran, so he'll be able to help out the young kids again. So I think North Melbourne do climb the ladder a little bit. Obviously, he's not a needle mover, but they're going to be a lot better with Luke Parker than without him. So well done to North. King of the North, what do you think, man?
Yeah, the Kangas are doing well. They might come off the bottom of the table, and I'm not going to say they might push for 9, 10, 11 spot with these people, but let's have to see. But North Melbourne supporters should be quite happy with who they picked up, I reckon.
Yeah. J-Crom?
Yeah, it's clear what North has done in this trade period. They're just bringing in experience, and Parker's a good player. Obviously his best foot is behind him, but with young midfielders like Wardlaw and that learning off Parker, it's good for North, and they only give up pick 44 as well. And obviously Parker's not fitting in that Sydney midfield anymore, so bit of a win-win for both. But good to see him in the blue and white next year.
Yeah, yep. Johnny Carlton.
You know what's funny?
What?
Sydney did nothing for the trade period except for the last 5 minutes. I spoke to a Sydney supporter. I go, "How was your trade period?" He goes, "I didn't even realise it until 5 minutes." They did nothing the whole trade period. In the last 5 minutes, one player gone. That's all they did the whole trade period. They didn't want anyone. They didn't want to have anyone. This last 5 minutes, they go, "Oh, here you go. You can have one player. We'll be active in the draft in the trade period for 5 minutes." That's all they did, man. 5 minutes.
Well,
so obviously, I don't know what Sydney were doing, but I think they're still a heartbreak after their loss. I think they still haven't fucking shown up. So it's another thing they didn't show up against. So, but yeah, look, as I said, Parker wanted to come back to Victoria and finish off his career here. And North Melbourne, he's going to find some game time there. And obviously his chances of a flag are gone. So, but he's already got a premiership, so he doesn't really care. But well, thank you. Thanks for Sydney for joining in the trade period with 5 minutes to go. It's good to see.
And Musa is in the chat. Hey, Musa. And Jeremy's in there too. How are you, Jeremy? Parker is a good pickup for him, so we'll see how they go. But I don't know what Sydney were doing, man. See, I thought, with Sydney, you'd think they would try to improve their list, and get to that, be better next year and get to another grand final. But, other teams are getting better, and they're just going to be staying the same. So, not sure what picks they have either. So, interesting.
Nothing, man. 2 picks.
Nothing. All right. The Barras deal gets done as well. Barras is off to Hawthorn, and that's with a 4th round pick as well. West Coast receive a first round pick, a future first round pick, a future round second pick, and a future 3rd round pick. So they didn't even get into the draft this year with him. But he's an older player, man. So I think West Coast, that's the best they could have got for him. And they get someone. Hawthorn get Tom Barras, the guy they want, key backman. So Hawthorn have stocked up well in the trade period, and they're going to be a formidable force, I think. So, King of the North.
Correct. That's exactly right, Chrissy. Yep. They will be.
Yep. They got their man.
They did.
J-Crom.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting down at Hawthorn. I think, they're getting these key backmen in. So what does that do? Just free up Sicily and Weddle a bit. But, yeah, look, I think Hawthorn are building. And, yeah, I have to say, Hawthorn might be back and back for good. So, yeah, good pickup.
And Johnny Carlton.
So, this is the trade that hurt me a lot.
Why?
Now I'll tell you why. At the start of the trade period, I went on a like a little podcast with two of my other mates, and we're talking about footy. I said to them, I want Carlton to trade pick 14 and Matt Always for Tom Barras and a second rounder, and I reckon West Coast would have done that. And Carlton were looking at Tom Barras, and I don't know why they didn't go ahead with it.
You wanted him.
I really wanted him, but obviously I didn't know pick 3 was there at the time. Obviously now I'd rather pick 3 than Tom Barras, but
yeah,
this hurt me a lot, man. I wanted him at the start. I didn't want Houston. I didn't want anyone else. I just wanted Tom Barras, and I thought him and Weeders would have been a perfect matchup. I thought it would have been like the shock of the trade. Hawthorn wanted their man, and then Carlton just swoop in last minute and get him, but Hawthorn eventually get their man, and yeah, Hawthorn looks scary in the back line now. So
they do with Frost coming back as well. They yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Next trade, geez, this one's I think this one's a big one, man. Like it's got the three clubs involved. Basically Bailey Smith and a 3rd round pick goes to Geelong. They get their man Bailey Smith, who currently pick 45. Geelong gives 1st round pick, currently 17, and a 2nd round pick, currently 38. Bulldogs receive a 1st round pick, number 17, and Matt Kennedy. I cannot believe Matt Kennedy's left Carlton. Bailey Smith and Jack McRae. That's what Western Bulldogs gave away. St Kilda gets McRae, and then St Kilda gives a pick, currently 45. Carlton receives a 2nd round pick, so number 38, and it gives away Kennedy. So, I don't know what to say, man. I like Kennedy. I can't believe like he's actually left. I know that he was upset on that last game where he got subbed off. But yeah, I just don't get why he left Carlton. I just thought he was really good for him. So, McRae, yeah, he's aging player, will be good at St Kilda, and Smith gets to Geelong where he's always wanted to go. So, he's going to add a lot to that midfield, I think, at Geelong. King of the North, what do you think of this one, man?
It's a good one. Good for Geelong. They picked up a good player. The Bulldogs pick up another good player, so they're strengthened for 2025. And St Kilda go okay as well. But yeah, I don't know why Carlton would do that. But anyway, there we go. It's done. So we'll just have to soldier on.
And J-Crom.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see the winners and the losers here. It's going to be weird seeing Jack McRae in a St Kilda Guernsey, that's for sure. Yeah, we all knew about the Bailey Smith one going to Geelong. Kennedy was a bit of a surprise. I thought it was all right for Carlton, and only got a pick 38, but obviously freeing up some cap at Carlton. Might have salary cap issues there, so yeah, Jack McRae, I think he'll do all right at St Kilda. They'll give him more midfield time there. Obviously, their midfield's a bit lacking. Yeah, just by looking at a glance, he looked Geelong. Maybe Saints won this trade. I'm not sure, but yeah, look, maybe all parties are happy. But yeah, big mega trade.
Yeah, I reckon. Pick 17 to the Bulldogs. I think and they got Matt Kennedy, I think they win it really. But Johnny Carlton.
I hate this trade period bullshit, man. I hate it. I actually hate it. I'm furious, man. I told you when I came back from Brisbane. I said, watch Matt Kennedy leave Carlton now because of the way they fucking treated him. And look what fucking happened. And to get pick 38 for Kennedy, who finished top 10 in our best and fairest and got best clubman, and you put him like that. When we needed a forward, he stepped up. When we needed a midfielder, he stepped up. He did everything for this club, and you just fucking give him like that for 38. Seriously, man, 38's rubbish. For Kennedy, I hate this trade period, man. I hate it. I hate trade period. I hate it.
Yeah, I was surprised, man, that he left. I was really surprised.
I knew it was going to happen. I was scared. I was like, yes, he's going to stay at Carlton. Collingwood don't want him. He's going to stay. And the fucking Bulldogs had to ruin my fucking party.
I think as J-Crom said, I think there could be some salary cap, like, because you guys have got, really paying a lot of players good money, salary cap, they had to take someone off the books. So that's probably why they did it.
I didn't care. Not him, though. Anyone but him. He was...
Yeah, he's a loss. He's a loss. But you got pick 3. I mean, so...
Malakis. Fucking pick 3. Malakis, mate. Fucking 2 years till we see pick 3 do something.
All right. Yeah, true. Oh, mate, I reckon he could start, man. Pick 3 could start. I don't know. Anyway, the last trade was... This happened like the last minute. Jake Stringer goes to GWS and Essendon receive a 3rd round pick, 53. Mate, I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know if Jake Stringer is going to be anything good over there. He's Essendon just didn't want him. They didn't care. They just wanted him gone. GWS were the ones that were saying, "Oh no, we don't want him anymore." They nearly backed out. So it would have really, he would have to go back to Essendon and fucking just suck it up. But no, he's gone. Essendon are happy, and he's at GWS. I don't know where he fits there, how he fits there with Jesse Hogan. I don't know how that works, and all the other players, but he's gone to GWS. So, King of the North, what do you think of this one, man?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? We've got a couple of Essendon supporters who are at work, and everybody's just happy he's gone. So it's bizarre. Like, he's supposed to be a gun full forward, but isn't wanted anywhere. So just really strange. So anyway, good luck to you at GWS.
That's it. J-Crom?
Yeah, look, when you think of GWS's forward line, you got obviously Hogan, you got Cadman, Green, you got that young player, Darcy Jones, who looks like a gun. Riccardi. Even that other player,
Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels, yeah.
Now you got Stringer, so is it depth? Is it just something even more different? Strange one for me. And look, he's probably stoked. He's playing for GWS. He's probably going to play finals. So good move for Jack.
Yeah, true. Johnny Carlton, what do you think of this one, man?
Mate, who am I going to shush now at the Essendon games, mate? Oh, I'm shattered. I wanted to... Jakey Stringer. What are you doing, mate? Mate, this is bizarre. Can't believe a club is that happy to get rid of a player. It's just insane. Like, the whole TikTok world was so happy that one player left the club. It was insane. But yeah, he's gone now, and he joins the club that has the least supporter base. So they can't hate him there now. So
nah, I just don't know if he's going to be. I don't know if he's going to be in the seconds, or I don't know what they're going to do with him. Just don't know what they're going to do with him.
God knows.
Because he's not in front of some of these players though. There's some players that are a lot better.
He has to play first. He's not going to go to fucking GWS just to play VFL.
I know, but who's gonna come out for him? That's the thing. Anyway, I don't know with that one. But guys, that is the trades. That is all the trades. We'll quickly go through the teams now and give us a quick scorecard for each team. So bear with us. Hello there. Hello, we're back. We're back. How are you? All right.
Hello.
Let's get back. All right. So here we go, guys. Let's interact. No, what am I doing? No, don't want that one.
What are you doing?
All right, here we go. All right, we'll start with the Crows. They got incoming Neil Bullen, Cummings, Peatling. Out goes Elliot Himmelberg. Draft picks 4, 6, 64, and 82. King of the North, start with you. What do you reckon? A, B, C, D, E, or F?
I'm giving Adelaide. Could be at my detriment, but I'm giving them an A.
Yeah, I can see an A there. J-Crom.
Yeah, one of our best trade periods we've done. Definitely an A. I'm really happy.
Yep, and Johnny Carlton.
I'm actually giving Adelaide a B+. Not quite A, just a B+. Not quite an A, but I thought they did really well, so a B+.
I'm going to give them an A because they got pick 4. If they didn't have pick 4, I'll give them a B, but they got pick 4.
They really had pick 4. What do you want about?
Yeah, I know. That's what's so good about it. They've got.
But they didn't get that in the trade period. We're rating their trade period. They didn't get it in the trade period.
True. Yeah, true. But I'll give them an A. They've got. They've only got pick 4, and then it really goes down 64, 82, but they can get a gun there.
Is that ESPN giving us a grade A as well?
Who?
It says grade A on the bottom. Is that ESPN doing that as well?
ESPN gave them an A, yeah, they did. So
this is what I'm saying. I think Adelaide's going to trade pick 4 and a future second to North Melbourne's pick 2.
Wow.
Is that worth pick 2, bro?
Would you take that?
Would you? So many, even if we don't get Sid Draper, man, there's just so many to pick from.
No, I wouldn't do it. No way.
Would you do it? Would you trade pick 4 and a second rounder for a pick 2?
Not a second rounder.
Yeah. I just don't think there's much of a difference this year between 2 and 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sid Draper could go. That's what I see. Adelaide's behind him, but.
I get Adelaide would do the deal. I don't know if North Melbourne would do it. That's the thing. I don't know.
I think Adelaide might even ask Carlton for pick 3.
Will Carlton do it?
I reckon we will. I reckon if they give us they offer pick 4 and a second round, I reckon Carlton will take it.
We'll see. All right, I'll give them an A as well, guys. I think they got what they wanted. Obviously, they got their picks as well. So, and Elliot Himmelberg's not a real big out. So they didn't really lose anything bad. So, I think they're going to be up there with those players. So, A for me. All right, next one, Brisbane. Out went Harry Sharp. Pick 27, 34, 42, 43, 49, 60, and 66. Obviously, they're going for points. They're going to get the best. Probably the best kid in the draft, which is Levi. Is it Levi Ashcroft? Yeah, is that his name?
Correct.
Yeah. So they're going to get him. He's pretty much a pick 1, and then they're going to use all these picks for those points. So I'm going to go probably I'll go with the same with the ESPN. Give them a C. They didn't really do anything major, but they do get the pick 1 coming soon. So C for me, guys. King of the North?
B for me. B for Brisbane. B for Brisbane. Yep.
Okay. And J-Crom?
Yeah, I agree with C as well. Didn't do much at all. Just Harry Sharp outgoing. And just make sure they got the draft points, really. So, C.
Johnny Carlton?
I'm actually going to give him a D. I do like Brisbane, but I thought they would have done something with the Joe Danaher exit. I thought they would have picked up a key tall forward. Like someone that's not even good, someone just to back it up, you know what I mean? So I'm giving him a D.
I did hear Sam Day was going to go over from Gold Coast.
Yeah, look, if that happens, then obviously amazing. But so
that's what I heard.
A D for me. They just want Levi Ashcroft, and he's going to join another star-studded midfield. I don't know how they're going to fit all these midfielders in one team. So
yeah. All right, Carlton. they got Nick Haynes. They lost Matt Kennedy, Matthew Owies, but they did get pick 3. They got pick 38, 63, 68, 69. The King's favourite number. There you go. And 72. I don't know. This one's hard because they got pick 3, but they did lose Kennedy and Owies. They did get Haynes. I'm gonna go with C. For me, a C. Even though they got pick 3, I think Matt Kennedy was a big blunder. I think, and then but pick 3 could be killer. So I can C plus. C plus. King of North.
Oh, I'm going to give them the D.
A D. Because you're upset about Owies.
Owies and
Kennedy.
And Kennedy. Yeah.
But you got pick 3.
That's okay.
All right, cool. No worries. J-Crom.
Yeah, I think a C too, just because Carlton are a premiership window, really. And I think they've lost 2 good players there, really, Kennedy and Owies. Yes, but the pick 3 does save him, and Haynes, I'm not too sure how much game time he'll play, but look, C for me.
Yep, and Johnny Carlton.
I'm going to give us a B.
A B. Is that because of the pick 3?
Yeah. Amazing work.
Yeah. All right. Collingwood. Incoming, Harry Perryman, Dan Houston. Out goes Joe Richards, Joe Noble. They really don't have much in draft selections, 52, 55, 58, 88. I'm going to give him a B as well. I thought they're 2 class players, especially Dan Houston. They lost Joe Richards, Joe Noble. I don't like Joe Richards he's untried and he had 9 games, and John Noble, they always complain about how he can't, he's always turning the ball over. So, John Noble's all right, but I just think they just upgraded. So, B for me, even though they didn't get much in the draft. I just think they're going for a premiership. So, B for me. King of the North?
I'll go a C for Collingwood.
Yep. Is there a reason? Or?
They've picked up a couple, but we'll just have to see. Injuries killed them this year, so we'll just have to see. If you buy a couple of really good players to try and make a premiership, and you get injured again, then you're back in the same as you were last year. So we'll stick with the C.
And J-Crom.
I'm actually giving Collingwood an A- because I just don't know how they pulled off the Houston deal, and that's just a masterclass trade. And hats off to Collingwood for pulling that off. And that does give them points in my book.
Yeah. Johnny Carlton, do you think they sold the farm for Dan Houston?
Well, J-Crom read my mind. I'm giving them an A- too. I personally think without having entering the trade without a first rounder is absolutely insane. And getting Houston and Perryman, I just thought, I don't know how they did that, mate. Wonders. They did absolutely, but they did give a lot. Obviously they won't be there in the draft next year unless something dramatically happens if they finish top 8, but I doubt it. But yeah, I think A-. They did amazing from not having a first rounder to 2 premium guns. It's insane. So
yeah. All right, Essendon. They didn't really do much. They just got rid of Drake Stringer. Their draft selections are just 28, 31, 40, 46, 53, 54, and 65. We talked about that player. Is it Kaka? What's his name?
Kako.
So they're building draft points for that. I'm gonna give them. They really didn't do anything. So D- I reckon for me. They didn't do anything, so you can't really. Jake Stringer's the only thing they did. So obviously a few picks here and there, but King of the North.
D- as well for me.
Yep. J-Crom?
Yeah, I think D's right. I think Essendon needed to be more active in the trade market just to change it up in their club. They're just a club that's sort of stuck in the middle right now. So they weren't active enough for me. So D for me.
Yeah. Sorry. And Johnny Carlton?
Just quickly before we move on, and I know I won't be able to say this again, but Kako, you're a Jet. I hope you played for Carlton, but you're joining that scum of a team. But I wish you well, my friend. So I'm going to go D as well. So
Yeah. Yep. All right. Fremantle. In came Shea Bolton. They got pick 14, 30, and 67. I mean, Shea Bolton is a good player. They wanted him. But I think they did give three picks for him. So I'm going to go B minus. I just think three picks in the top 20 first rounders is crazy for a player. So as you know, I'm not saying Shea Bolton's not a good player, but he's not worth that. So I'm gonna go C minus for me. King of the North.
B plus for me for Freo. Way to go.
Yep. You happy with that? You happy with Shea Bolton?
Yep.
Yeah. J-Crom?
Yeah, I'm going to go B. I think Fremantle will do something over there. And yes, they gave up 3 first rounders, but they got Shea Bolton and the first rounders. So it is still a bit steep, but yeah, it's what Freo needed, really. So B for me.
And Johnny Carlton.
I'm going B as well.
Yep. And then we got Geelong. Geelong weren't really active until the last day. They got their man Bailey Smith, and no one left. And they've got pick 45, 57, 75. So they haven't got much in the draft, but they got their man. I'm going to give them a B, I reckon. Just for getting Bailey Smith. They gave pick 17 for him. So I thought, I think that was a good deal for them. He's going to really help them in the midfield. So, yeah, B for me. King of the North.
B for me as well.
B for you. J-Crom?
Yeah, I think a B is all right to give him. They're just hoping Bailey Smith gets to his best, after a serious injury. So, yeah.
It's the only concern I have, that he might not be at his best. But Johnny Carlton.
I'm going B as well.
Yeah. Gold Coast. So in came Elliot Himmelberg, John Noble, Dan Rioli. So they got a few players in. Jack Lukosius goes out. Rory Atkins. Oh my God. All right. They got pick 39, 41, 51, 60, 61, 70, 76, and 78. I think they did pretty well. They, as you said, Johnny Carlton said that, they don't really give a shit about picks. They got picks in the next few years. They got the players they wanted. I'm going to go, B, just a straight B, I reckon. I reckon they did pretty well. They got rid of Jack Lukosius. They didn't want him there. Rory Atkins, they got rid of him as well. So they got what they wanted, and the players that they got, are needed for them. So, I'm going to go B. King of the North?
B for me as well. Yep.
J-Crom?
Yeah, B plus for me, because they got their big fish in Daniel Rioli, and they got a couple of players in Noble and Himmelberg, and they got rid of the players that they wanted to get rid of too. So B plus.
And Johnny Carlton?
Yeah, I'm going to give him a C.
A C? You weren't happy?
Yeah. No, C's midway. I'm happy and unhappy. They could have done. I would have liked them to do a bit better in getting a higher draft pick, but
yeah, I think pick 6 and pick 23 for Daniel Rioli was, I think, too much. But
yeah, they needed someone in the pick 20s. So
yeah,
the only reason I'm giving them a C.
Yeah. GWS guys, in comes Jake Stringer, far out. They lost a few players. Harry Perryman, Nick Haynes, Isaac Cumming, James Pin, but they did pick up some draft selections: 15, 16, 21, 37, 56, and 74. So they got 3 first-round picks, which is good, but they did lose a lot. So I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go with ESPN here, C-. I think, just losing all those players, it's hard, but at least they got in the draft. So C- for me. King of the North?
I'll give them a B. They're still going to do well. So stick with a B for that one.
Yeah, and J-Crom.
I'm going D. I reckon GWS let go of too many good talent and brought in Jake Stringer, which puzzles me completely. So I'm going D.
The only reason I went C- is because they got a few first-round picks back, but that's the only reason. Johnny Carlton.
And I'm going a C.
A C. Yeah. All right. Hawthorn got their men they wanted. Josh Battle, Tom Barras. But they haven't got any first-round selections. 33, 71, 77. Look, they got what they wanted, and that's it. I mean, they you can't fault them really. They got what they got. Their team is set, I reckon. So I'm going to go A. I'm going to go A for them. Yeah, they got what they wanted, and yeah. So A for me. King of the North.
Same. A for me.
J-Crom.
Yeah, I'm going to go as well. They're a young team already. They don't really need draft this year, so they've got their 2 key positions are hard to get. So yeah, A.
Yep. Johnny Carlton.
I'm going B.
B. Okay. All right. Melbourne. In comes Tom Campbell. We talked about him. He was the ruckman in Harry Sharp. Out goes Alex Neil-Bullen. They've only got 2 selections in the draft, 5 and 9. I just don't. They lost a really good player in Alex Bullen, and then Tom Campbell, Harry Sharp. I hardly even know who they are. So I'm going to go D plus. Oh no, even D. Sorry, I'll go D. D for Melbourne. So I just don't see them getting any. I just don't see how they've improved. King of the North.
I'll go a C for Melbourne.
A C. Okay, and J-Crom.
Yeah, I agree with King. I'm going to go C. They've got 5 and 9, which helps them out a bit.
Johnny Carlton.
D.
D. You with me? You're with me, man. I just don't see them getting better at all. Can you? No.
No.
Not with those players they brought in, no.
No,
Yeah,
but 5 and 9. 5 and 9 can help them, but I mean, are they going to be ready to go? Who knows? North Melbourne is another one. Jack Darling, Caleb Daniel, Luke Parker, and Jacob Konstansky. Is that right? The way I said it?
Konstansky, yeah.
Yeah. They got pick 2, so they didn't lose anyone. Pick 2 and 62. So, they got what they wanted, didn't they? They got what they wanted. They're going to get a good youngster in as well. I'm going to go B plus. North Melbourne. So King.
Yeah, B plus for me as well.
Yeah, I think
they've done well.
Yeah. J-Crom.
Give them a solid B. Yeah. So much experience coming into the club and still got pick 2, so not too bad.
And Johnny Carlton.
A.
An A. Yeah, you like what they've done, eh?
I love it.
Yeah. No, it looks good. No, they're gonna rise a little bit, but yeah, those players are definitely gonna help. Oh man, my team. Here we go. All right, so Port Adelaide, Jack Lukosius comes in, Joey Richards, and Rory Atkins. I can't believe it. Out goes Dan Houston. We did get back into the draft, so 13, 29, 36, and 50. I mean, ESPN have got C here. I'm going to go D. I just think it could have been a lot better, but what could we done? What could you do? So yeah, D, just for the way, just because Dan Houston's such a good player, and I don't think these players make us better. They might, but you just don't know. It might in a year's time, you might think differently. So, but I'm gonna go D for now. Yeah, I wish we still had Dan, but then again, do I really want someone that doesn't want to be there? It's one of those things. King of the North.
D for Dan.
D for Dan. I like that one. J-Crom.
I'm going to go D just because they've definitely taken a step backwards towards their premiership window. So yeah, D.
Yep. And Johnny Carlton.
I'm going to go an E.
An E.
An E.
Yeah.
That's off the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Jeez, first E of the night.
So banana to trade?
There's another E coming. I guess everyone knows who that is, but there's another E coming.
Is anyone getting an F? That's what I want to know.
No.
Richmond. Richmond got Jack Graham in, Shea Bolton, Deanne Rioli, Liam Baker. Pick 1, 6, 10, 11, 18, 20, 23, 24. Mate, for me, with the picks they have, and all right,
10 picks in the first round. That's crazy.
Nah, 8.
8? Is it 8 or 10?
No, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Jesus.
So for me, I'm going to go A plus. I think they got rid of play. I know they got rid of some good players, but they've got the pick of the litter, man. They got a lot of good players coming in, and they can build from that. So Richmond, they might be still shit in the next few years, but you wait 4 or 5 years down the track, you're going to see them come back strong. So yeah, A plus for me. King of the North.
A solid B for building.
B for building. There we go. J-Crom.
Yeah, A for me. Look, Richmond identified that their dynasty has come to a complete end, and they're rebuilding in a new way. Let's just cut our stars and get these crazy picks in a super draft. So even an A plus, really. I'm really excited for what Richmond have done.
100%. Johnny Carlton.
A for me too. That Jager Smith is going to be beautiful in the midfield with Taranto and Hopper and Prestia. So he's going to give him a lot of talent, mate. He's going to be a star. So
Yep, 100%. All right, next one, St Kilda. So out goes in comes Jack McRae. Out goes Josh Battle. They did get some good selections, 7, 8, 32, and 47. I'm just going to give them a C, really. They didn't really do much, but they got Jack McRae, and they have got not a bad hand in the draft. So yeah, just a stock standard C. King of the North.
C for me as well.
J-Crom.
Yeah, give him a C.
And Johnny Carlton.
I'm going B.
B. Okay. Is that because they got the draft picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They needed to. So.
Yeah. Sydney.
Oh, the team that didn't show up.
They lost. No one came there. Luke Parker and that Jacob guy went there. Left. They've got pick 19, 22, and 44 and 59. I'm going to give them D. They didn't do anything. They just don't see what they did. So, yeah, D for me. King of the North.
D for me.
J-Crom.
Yeah, I'm giving them a D as well. They could have done something, maybe improve their defense a bit, but even if all line maybe. But yeah, D.
And Johnny Carlton.
D.
Yeah. West Coast. In comes Jack Graham, Liam Baker, Matt Always. Out goes Jack Darling, Tom Barrasso. A few outs. They did get pick 12, 26, 73. They did give away pick 3. I'm going to give them a D as well. A D minus. they shouldn't have given away pick 3, man. That's crazy. For, absolute crazy pick 3. So, D for me. I just don't. Yeah, even though these guys might make them a bit better, I'll give them a D. King of the North.
I'm going to give them O plus.
Oh, what? A plus.
O plus.
What's an O plus?
What's an O plus, man?
I know. O for O's.
Oh, for
I thought the ratings. I thought the ratings was an A to F, not fucking O.
No, I'm only joking. I'll give them a C.
C. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go for you, J-Crom.
Yeah, the lowest one, E, D minus, whatever it is. I think West Coast were the worst trades for the whole trade period.
Yeah.
Don't like what they've done.
Yeah. Johnny Carlton.
E.
E. There you go. All right. Last but not least, the Bulldogs. In goes Matt Kennedy. Out goes Bailey Smith, Jack McRae, Caleb Daniels. So a lot of stars coming out of there. Not star. Bailey Smith is probably a star. Jack McRae was. He's probably on his last legs. Caleb Daniels still a good player. They've only got pick 17, 25, 35, 48. I'm going to go D. I just even though Matt Kennedy makes them better, I just don't think that it's going to make them. It's going to be premiership contenders. So I just think they're going to be the same kind of team that we saw last year, and probably even worse without Jack McRae in there and Caleb Daniels. So I'm going to go D. King of the North.
I'm going to go B plus.
B plus. You happy they got Matt Kennedy, eh?
Yep.
J-Crom?
I'll go C. I think, they need to have a better draft hand than that with what they've given out. So, C for me.
Same with me, C.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's where we are at the moment. Before we go to the draft, it's been a good show.
Has it been?
It's good to see you guys. We went for a while because we analysed pretty much every trade, and so thank you for everyone that came along. Just a quick question, guys, to all of you. And this is a question for Port Adelaide, like Port Adelaide question. If Port Adelaide went to Sydney and goes, Sydney, we'll give you pick 13 for 19 and 22, would you do that deal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll do it too. Knowing that the draft is heavy all the way to 30, because that could happen. So, what do you reckon, J-Crom?
Possibly.
Can you quickly go up and say what do Adelaide have?
2 and really late one.
They got 2. I'll show you.
Well, there's talks about Adelaide even splitting. Would you give 2 to St Kilda and get 7 and 8 back?
No, because then you won't get Sid Draper. You won't get Sid Draper then, bro.
Pick 4 for 7 and 8.
Nah.
You got 4.
Well, what do Adelaide?
They
What do
got
Adelaide have to?
4, 64, 82.
Yeah, no. See, I don't. We would need a future second rounder for fucking pick 4 and a future second for pick 3. That has to be.
Jeez. Anyway, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Now, the draft, I think it's at the end of November. So I think if we're free, we'll do a watch along. So guys, make sure you guys are subscribed. You guys have got your bell on for notifications, so you know exactly when we go live. There'll be an interesting night as well. We are doing a hot chili challenge tomorrow on the channel. So please, guys, make sure you come join us for that. It's going to be hilarious. So it's going to be in the studio. I don't really know if I'm partaking in it, but I'll be there. So we'll see how we go. Thank you so much for everyone that came. Everyone on TikTok, everyone on YouTube, everyone. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Love your support, guys. Any last words before we?
Love you all.
Love you all.
Love you all. That's a good one.
Oh, guys, we miss footy. You can tell how depressed we are, guys. We are depressed. But thank you so much. It's a bit late, guys. We're not going to go through the chat, so we are sorry. If you want to chat to us, come and join our Discord. Discord is in the description below. So take care. Spike your hair. We'll see you next time. Stay hunky.
Stay hunky.
Stay hunky.